This is called Your Ex-Lover's Sex Tape is the Morning News. There is something almost funny about it somehow that no one bothered to tell you. That you are watching the morning news and she is sitting there with her head down and it is the first you've heard of it. But it makes sense. Half of your friends have forgotten, the other half think it shouldn't matter anymore, but they know. Everyone knows. You make yourself go to work. Work is a safe place where no one will ask questions because no one knows. You can eat alone because you always eat alone. You can look down the hall because you always look down in the hall. You staple empty sheets of paper together. You drive home the same way you always do. The radio tuned into nothing. You dream once. It is a party in the backyard you remember. Everyone around you is laughing. You remember this yard, but do not remember the lanterns hung in the trees. You are wearing a suit of brown paper bags and no one is looking at you. They are not embarrassed for you. They just do not know you, do not remember you. She is there in the middle of the party and she cannot stop looking at you. Your mouth opens. There is no voice there, but there is sound like the rustling of her shirt against the back of the kitchen counter, the sound when she rolls over in her sleep, but there is no voice. Suddenly a blanket of moths spills from your open mouth, covers everything but her eyes. You wonder if you were killing her somehow, and still she cannot stop looking at you. You lose sleep at night, but it feels no different from the sleep you lost before you knew. The sleep you lose is rainwater in a hallway bucket. It gets quieter as it starts to fill. It gets too heavy to lift. It feels somehow not worth it anymore. What runs over the side disappears between the floorboards, and that is okay. When it becomes unbearable, you turn on the television. She looks into the camera, pause, rewind. You make her look up again and again into your eyes. There is no voice. You do not see the video. You do not need to. You remember her hands. Not the ones she is wringing as she sits in front of them, but the ones she pressed against your shoulders when, for the first time, there were hands you did not pull away from, when all that mattered was those hands, those eyes. You dream once that she cannot stop looking at you.